The truth about intermittent fasting. Does it really work? Hi there. If you're curious about intermittent fasting, or IF for short, you're not alone. It's one of the most popular and talked about approaches to weight loss out there. But the big question is, does it really work? Is it a miracle cure, or is it just another fad? Stick with me for the next few minutes, and I'll break it all down for you in a way that's simple, honest, and practical. So let's dive into what intermittent fasting is, how it works, and whether it's right for you. Okay, let's start with the basics. Intermittent fasting isn't about dieting in the traditional sense. It doesn't tell you what to eat, but rather when to eat. The idea is to divide your day or week into periods of eating and fasting. Think of it this way. It's like giving your body a break from digesting, so it can focus on other important tasks like burning fat and resetting your metabolism. Sounds kind of simple, right? But it's not just about skipping breakfast or lunch. There are structured ways people approach it, which I'll explain in a bit. Now here's where things get interesting. When you fast, your body undergoes some hormonal changes to make stored energy more available. For instance, your insulin levels drop, which means your body can more easily access stored fat. At the same time, levels of growth hormone increase, which can help preserve muscle mass while you're losing fat. And the star of the show? Your body shifts into fat-burning mode, called ketosis, after a few hours of fasting. This is what helps people lose weight over time, as long as they aren't overeating during their eating windows. When it comes to intermittent fasting, there's no one-size-fits-all way to do it. Here are the three most popular approaches. The 16-8 method. This is probably the most common option. You fast for 16 hours and eat all your meals within an 8-hour window. For example, if your eating window is from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m., you'd skip breakfast and eat lunch and dinner. The 5-2 method. Here, you eat normally for 5 days a week, but for 2 non-consecutive days, you drastically cut your calorie intake, typically to about 500-600 calories. Alternate day fasting. This is a bit more intense. You alternate between days of normal eating and fasting, or eating very few calories. You can choose a method depending on what feels manageable for your lifestyle. So, is intermittent fasting right for everyone? Not quite, but it can be a great fit for people who struggle with late-night eating and snacking, want structure in their day to avoid mindless grazing, have a busy lifestyle where skipping meals makes life easier. For some, having fewer meals to think about might actually simplify their food choices and feel freeing. But let's be real, intermittent fasting has its challenges too. First off, hunger is something most people feel when they first start. It can be hard to adjust to not eating during certain times. Social situations can also be tricky. Imagine bringing your own tiny meal to a dinner party because you're fasting. For some people, adjusting to a new rhythm takes time, and that's totally normal. Intermittent fasting isn't suitable for everyone. If you're someone with a history of eating disorders, it might be better to avoid a restrictive eating pattern like this. It's also not the best choice if you're pregnant, nursing, or dealing with chronic health conditions. Always check with a healthcare professional before starting any fasting regimen. Okay, but what about the science? Does intermittent fasting actually deliver results? The short answer is, it depends. Studies suggest that intermittent fasting can help with weight loss, especially when it leads to reduced calorie intake overall. But, and this is key, it's not magic. You still need to make healthy food choices. Overeating during your eating window can cancel out the potential benefits. Speaking of canceling out benefits, let's clear up a couple of common misconceptions. A big one is that you can eat whatever you want during your eating window. Sorry, but stuffing yourself with pizza and cake isn't going to do the trick. Another myth is that fasting means starving. That's not the case at all. It's completely safe as long as you're eating enough calories across your eating windows. Here's a golden rule to make intermittent fasting work for you. Pair it with nutritious, balanced meals. Fill your plate with lean proteins, whole grains, and lots of fruits and veggies. Avoid the temptation to binge on junk food just because you're allowed to eat during your window. Fasting combined with a healthy diet is a powerful combination. Starting intermittent fasting can feel overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be. You don't need to dive into a 16-hour fast right away. Start slow, maybe with a 12-hour fast, and gradually increase the fasting time as your body adapts. Remember, the best routine is the one you can stick to. Now let's set some realistic expectations. Intermittent fasting is a tool, not a magic wand. In most cases, weight loss takes time and consistent effort. Don't expect to drop 10 pounds in a week. Consistency matters way more than perfection. If you're ready to give intermittent fasting a shot, here are some tips to help you succeed. Stay hydrated. Drinking water can help you manage hunger better. Plan your meals. Know what you're going to eat beforehand to avoid impulsive decisions. Listen to your body. Pay attention to how fasting affects your energy and mood. One thing you should know is that intermittent fasting doesn't work for everyone. Some people love it, while others find it stressful or disruptive. And that's okay. There's no one right way to approach weight loss. So does intermittent fasting really work? The answer depends on you, your goals, your lifestyle, and what feels sustainable. For many, it's an effective way to control eating habits and create a calorie deficit. But like any weight loss approach, it's just one piece of the puzzle. The key takeaway is this: intermittent fasting isn't a quick fix, but it can be a valuable tool for building better habits and improving your health over time. If you're thinking about trying it, start small, pair it with a nutritious diet, and always prioritize what feels good for your body. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more health tips and insights. And let me know in the comments, have you tried intermittent fasting? How did it work for you? I'd love to hear your story. Until next time, take care and stay healthy.